Alright, back doing a review on one of my favorite optics that I've ever ran on a AR platform. You may recognize it as soon as you see it. The Trijicon under their ACOG brand Reflex. This is the 1x24 to 24mm objective. Let's take this polarizer out of here so it look a little more like some people recognize them. The polarizer is a very important piece of equipment with this little unit, but that's what most people recognize is kind of that fiber optic collector up here, because that's what powers the image inside the reticle. That and a tritium vial for nighttime use. But this one is the RX06-23, I believe is their specification. Comes with the arms quick throw levers, made in USA. Don't know if you can see that or not. I really like most of Trigicon's products. The only things I don't care for are some of their night sights. Their night sights are kind of cheesy and cheap compared to Meprolites, is my favorite, to be honest. But I got this guy at a very fair price from a good friend of mine. They can be found out there fairly inexpensive, considering no batteries. You never need batteries with this little guy. Like I said, it's got that fiber optic collector and a tritium vial, so it glows in the dark and it puts out in the sun. This is they measure at 12.9 minute of angle, triangle, in amber. Let's see if we can't capture that. This polarizer, what the polarizer does is controls how much light. You can see how it kind of gets real dark and goes real light. And where that really comes in handy is if you have a flashlight, or if you decide to shoot up into the sun. It does not wash out your reticle. You can tune it to whatever setting you need, and like if you're shooting one flaw from fiber optic powered optics like this, or the Trijicon Tri-Power, or some of their ACOG systems, is if you're in the shade and you shoot in the sunlight, sometimes it looks just like that. The reticle is gone. And you can capture a little bit of it right there. You can see it right there, kind of at my top finger, that little amber dot. That's a 12.9 minute triangle. God, this thing is nasty. But anyways, if you shoot out into the sun, it will wash out sometimes. So this kind of helps you defeat that. It just screws in. They have kind of like a glare killer too that'll screw in here, which I find this much more effective. Get it started. Come on now. There we go. Get this started in. See if we can't help you see that triangle a little more. But you can see it right there. And I'm gonna play with a button I normally don't touch. Zoom. But you can see that dot there in the center. It's a 12.9 minute triangle, and you can see how operating the polarizer really changes the way it looks. And once again, say you're shooting into sunlight, or of course flashlights never work when I want them to, or super bright sunlight or whatever, you can see how you can still see through, but it doesn't wash out your reticle. Awesome little optic. Some of the best money I've ever spent. Another one I highly recommend, which isn't quite as tough and is battery powered, is the Leupold Prismatic. I ran one of those on one of my rifles for a while. Had good luck out of it. It does use batteries, but it is an etched reticle, so if the batteries go dead, you still have something to shoot at. But let's see if we can't demonstrate how that fiber optic collector works. Once again, flashlights never work when I want to. But see how much brighter that the reticle gets. That's from the extra light being captured through the collector here. And actually, I can't get the best angle here. What I'll do sometimes is, you can really see it good there, is, I hate to send people there, but Walmart has the little glow-in-the-dark floating buoys for fishing. or you know, quartz or whatever you call them. But they have glow in dark, basically chem lights that are a ½ inch long. That glow for like 6 hours. I have shot this in the dark just to make it a little easier. I took one of those little chem lights, I laid it right here, and laid a piece of duct tape across it, and that reticle was nice and bright and easy to see. Took my polarizer off because it was nighttime, and I shot a lot better than I thought I would. It really helped, and I learned the idea of using chem lights from some guys that have been over in Iraq using ACOGs, and they'll basically take a chem light, break it, tape the crap out of it across the top of it so you can't see it, but that reticle's nice and crisp and easy to see, and if you need to put fire on something, that's the way to be. But quick review, tabletop of the Trijicon Reflex 1x24, and mine is one of the ones. Another reason I really like this company, I don't know if everybody knows this or not, but Trijicon has a great reputation with marking their optics. The gentleman that founded the company was a very, a religious Christian. He put, on this one, don't know if you make it out, but it says Reflex 1x24 2 COR4 6. So that'd be 2 Corinthians 4-6. Little shout out to those guys for doing that. I have seen some where they've been ground off, and that really hurts my feelings. But basically, the United States government approached them and said, hey, you build the world's best combat site, but we don't like this because we're not fighting a holy war. And the original response, I don't know if it's changed, and I've seen something's grounded off, and I hope it hasn't changed, was we've been doing that forever and we're not going to change. And that means a lot to me as far as the company goes, so I will definitely support Trijicon. Like I say, a quick review on the Reflex 1x24 with the 12.9 minute triangle. Any questions or comments, let me know. Any way I can get better, let me know. And subscriptions are appreciated. That little button up top that says subscribe, it helps. Go ahead and hit it for me, guys. Thanks.